Good morning. Clearing the frog out of my throat. Hey y'all, hey, good morning. Happy Monday. Invited you in my kitchen before I start Coffee with Friends. I'm still waking up, I'm getting ready, but guess what? Who is raw to the bone? That's what it says. Y'all see it. Who is raw to the bone? That's me. Good morning. Welcome to Pre-Coffee with Friends. What are we talking about today? Well, it's Monday, and I've had all weekend to think. And you know, I posted a lot of videos. Let me move you closer while I'm making my coffee. I posted a lot of videos and little clips about things that be on my mind from a day-to-day basis. Things that people talk to me about, things that I feel, things that I hear, things that I see on TV. I grab topics from everywhere. But these topics are real. So what are we talking about today? Soulmate. What is a soulmate? Let's talk about that. What is a soulmate? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Where am I going to, what coffee am I going to make today? What is a soulmate, right? Is that someone that you just really, really like a lot? Okay? Or is that someone that you can't stop thinking about? Nah, that's too simple. So what is a soulmate? What exactly is a soulmate? Okay? And have you ever had a soulmate? And if your answer is yes, you've had a soulmate, right? Is your soulmate your current partner, significant other? Let's talk about that, right? And, you know, because you can have a soulmate and not be with that person for whatever reason. Sometimes soulmates are good being apart and just good being friends or whatever the case may be. But what is a soulmate, right? Is a soulmate someone that you feel connected to even when you're not together? A person that loves you beyond just your relationship? What do I mean by that? You know, if you had kids involved, if you had, you know, if your family members, if y'all had years together and they still have a relationship with your family and they love them genuinely because they loved you at one time and they got to know them, and so there's a genuineness there, right? There's a commitment to always be there for each other, even if you're not together. Maybe? I don't know. I'm going to unpack this on Coffee with Friends. Somebody's going to tell me what they think a soulmate is, right? And then I want to know, are you with your soulmate? And if you're not with your soulmate, why? Right? And if you're not with your soulmate, how do you navigate through life not being with your soulmate but being with someone else? And do you admit to your significant other that they're not your soulmate? I would think that would breed some insecurities, right? Now, I did see a scenario of that on 90 Day Fiance where a woman was asked, is he your soulmate? She said no. She felt that her soulmate had come and gone. And her fiance was offended. He almost didn't want to get married anymore. It almost caused a big old thing. Do you think that this is something we should keep to ourselves? We shouldn't tell it. That's not really a conversation that comes up very frequently, okay, about if you ever had a soulmate. That doesn't come up, but I often think about it, right? Because I've had conversations, not only beyond watching 90 Day Fiance, okay? I often think of situations that people have talked about, okay, where they have had a soulmate and it's not their current partner. It happens, right? We can't control who we love. We can't control who we connect to, right? And just because we have loved someone and we connected with them at some point, right, it doesn't mean that we belong together. It doesn't mean we belong together, right? But I want to talk about what a soulmate is. And I want to know if any of my Coffee with Friends have experienced that. I have experienced it. I didn't know that I experienced it until I experienced it, right? And it's not something I talk about because, I myself, in the last 15, 20 years or whatever, have identified what a soulmate is, right? It's not something that I thought about, in my everyday life and while I was in relationships. It was something that I thought about after a relationship. Ever having someone in your life that, when you're down and even when you're not in a relationship, right? And this is a beautiful experience that I have had. Some people, might cringe when I talk about it, or they might feel that I shouldn't talk about it. But I have a really, really good close friend that looks out for me when I need, right? And this is the thing. We shouldn't be afraid to talk about past relationships that have become friendships, right? And a lot of times your soulmate becomes your friend. Right? Y'all have a friendship. Y'all have a connection. And the one thing I realize is when someone can look out for me, I haven't had many people, stop and take care of me. Like stop what they're doing and focus on the things that I need, right? I'm always an afterthought because people think that I'm a strong woman and I can handle it. Well, I've had people in my life that will come from another state and check on me. Make sure I'm okay. You know what I'm saying? What's a soulmate? We're going to talk about that today. And I'm trying to tread on it lightly because I don't want to give too much away before we get on Coffee with Friends. But I want to talk about that. And I want to talk about if you're still in contact with your soulmate and you still talk, do you ever wish that you could be with that person? And if you and that person cannot be together but remain friends, what in the relationship keeps you from being romantic? I'm having a hot flash, y'all. I'm having a hot flash. Oh, but my coffee smells good. Let me get my coffee mug. Y'all want to talk about my dishwasher being full. I am going to take care of that. Oh, I still have soap. I hate when I still have soap on one of my dishes. But anyway, y'all know how it is when you're rushing and you have soap on your dishes. I just wash the whole thing over, just in case. Yes, indeed, I was rushing this morning. I had some dishes in my sink. Don't act like y'all kitchens be so clean that you never have dishes in your sink. But yes, y'all, at 8 o'clock, I got time. It's only 7:22. I'm having a hot flash, but I'm going to continue getting ready. But that's the topic we're going to talk about today on Coffee with Friends. And, I want to know that if you are honest enough to tell your significant other that he or she is not your soulmate, how do you think they would feel about that? And can someone become your soulmate? Like, can they try their hardest to become your soulmate? Or is that something that just happens naturally and organically? My answer is, I think it happens naturally and organically. It's not something you pick and you say, this is the person that I want to be my soulmate. It don't work that way, right? It don't work that way. And your soulmate is not necessarily the person that loved up on you and treated you the best. It could be the person that broke your heart, hurt you the most. That could still be your soulmate. But I want to talk about that on Coffee with Friends. I do. I want to talk about that on Coffee with Friends because 90 Day Fiance, and I might have mentioned this when I saw it on 90 Day Fiance, when the woman was asked if Sinjin, her fiance, was her soulmate, and she said no, he was hurt. He almost didn't want to get married. Would that hurt your feelings if someone said, they're not my soulmate? I mean, listen, guys, I'm 54 years old. So I feel like this. If someone comes to me and says, am I your soulmate? Come on, let's not play games. I'm 54 years old. I've had a couple of relationships. So if I've had a soulmate in my life, then what the fuck did you expect? I've loved before. I've had a child. A soulmate might have crossed my paths at some point, right? I'm not 21. Okay? So We have to be mindful of our age, how long we've been here, the experiences that we had. We can't get mad at our significant others because they've had a soulmate and it ain't you. You know, it's a part of life, right? It's a part of life. It doesn't mean because you're not your significant other soulmate, it doesn't mean that you don't have a great marriage. It doesn't mean that at all. No, it doesn't mean that at all. It just means that you're not her soulmate. That's basically what that means. Okay? But listen, I let you in my kitchen while I was making some coffee, because this is what I do before Coffee with Friends. I get my coffee ready. I made my bed already. You know, I organize my thoughts. I think about the topics, how I'm going to present them. But since I had this little dialogue with you guys early in the morning, I already know how I'm going to present the topic, right? Because we just ran through it. And I'm going to run through it again at 8 o'clock. So if you're not busy, like meaning if you're not at work, okay, and you got a little bit of time, jump on Coffee with Friends, okay, at 8 o'clock on IG Live. I come on Monday through Friday. I talk about real topics. We laugh, we joke. I show my retail items, right? Like this t-shirt. This is one of the items: humility, strength, healing, hope, justice. Okay, these are all things that we need in our community. And you know what? It's not a game. Y'all see that back there? It's not a game. It's not a game. It's in the Scrabble format, but guess what? It is not a game. This is real shit here. Okay? So when I get on in the morning and Coffee with Friends and I talk about real topics, whether I'm talking about, you know, a soulmate or an issue in our Black community, right? I'm talking about things that affect us, right? Mentally, physically, emotionally, mentally, hands in hand, right? But, you know, all kinds of topics. And a lot of times Coffee with Friends members contribute to topics because they're invested. This is my healing season, y'all, and I invited y'all in February of 2020. I invited y'all in to take a journey with me. And a year later, look at this. We're still here, unpacking our trauma, talking about everyday topics, talking about the things in our Black community that we need. Okay? And talking about shit like soulmate. How about that? But anyway, guys, I'm going to take a chill pill. It's 7:27. I got a little bit more time to get ready for Coffee with Friends. I also have a full-time job, so I got to get my mind right for that too. But I will be back. But anyway, please make sure you follow me on IG, YouTube, and Facebook, okay? I'm just here, raw to the bone, unpacking topics that affect us mentally and physically. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a certified life coach. I'm just a little old me navigating through life. Had some experiences, had some pains, had some broken hearts. Okay? Broken hearts. Okay? And I'm here to share it. Let's grow together. Let's heal together. All right? Let's have fun together. And sometimes we cry, but we cry together. All right? So make sure you join Coffee with Friends Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. for 1 hour. Sometimes we go longer. But, let's see what Alexa's playing. Alexa on. Let's see what Alexa is playing this morning. Y'all know, because this is my shit. Look. Alexa, louder. Uh-oh. I guess Alexa said no, never mind. Alexa on. We're going to try this one more time. There you go. Alexa, louder. There you go. Hey, just give you a little bit before IG cut me off. Oh, baby. Hey. I start my day out with music all the time. Come on. Hey. All right. That's enough. Because I'll never stop. Hey. Anyway, see you at 8 o'clock. We're going to talk about that soulmate. Hey. Going for now.